Hello everyone. This is going to be a quick guide on the new Reactor PLC Configurator tool. So this can be accessed either through the configure command, or if you attempt to start up without a valid new configuration, it'll pull it up as well. So here I don't already have a config.lua file, but you can import that, which I'll show later. So to start, you'll configure. If you have a supervisor, you're always going to say that you want it networked. In this case, this is Reactor Unit 1. You could do Unit 3, Unit 4. If you try to do something crazy, it's going to max it out. But in this case, we just want Reactor Unit 1. Then over here, if you have custom emergency coolant, specifically through the Reactor PLC and not through the supervisor, you can configure that here. If you do that, you'll get the option to pick which side. And if you're using bundled redstone, you can pick which side you want that on. But in this case, I don't have that, so we're going to go back and not enable that. So then you have the network configuration. Here's your supervisor channel, which is this by default, and your PLC channel, which you'd edit here. If you want to completely rewrite it, you can double click or you can click around the field like this. You can also tab between fields. You'll see this little gray underscore, and that indicates which field you're actively focused on. And you can use the arrow keys to move around as well. In this case, we'll hit next. So connection timeout. This is by default 5, trusted range. This enables the trusted range feature. There's details on both of these here. And by default, this is 0. If you want to be specific, you can use fractions, but generally 0. Here, you'd put in your facility authentication key. So you could do a key, you can hide and show that. Next, you can configure logging. So either you can append to the log file each time the app starts or replace the log file. Generally, you want to append so you don't lose logs in case you need support. Here, if you want to put the log file somewhere else, you can change the path. And this will enable debug messaging, which you generally only want to do if you need support and there's an issue. And then finally, you'll get a summary here. We'll see that emergency coolant is false and not set. See the facility authentication key, which will be censored by default, but you can unhide that. And then all your other settings here. And once you hit apply, save the settings. You can either go back home and change them again or exit. And since it started up through the app and not by us running configure, and now that we have a valid configuration, it'll start the app up. Now we're going to pull the app up again. And since the rest of the system doesn't use facility authentication keys, we're going to go demonstrate editing the config. So we'll skip through all the other screens. And we'll clear our authentication key. Next, we see it's blank now. Apply, exit, start the app back up. Now we'll see it'll connect to the supervisor. Next, I'm going to demonstrate what will happen if you already have a config.lua present. So here, now you'll see this import legacy config.lua option. For the Reactor PLC, this is very simple. It's going to summarize all the settings it found, and if anything looks wrong, you'll have to edit it later, or you can enter it manually. So here we see networked, unit ID, everything looks right here, so apply. And now it's going to clean up that old config.lua file, confirm, and now it's deleted that. So if you try to configure again, it's gone. You can also view your active configuration via this view option. And start up. And here we go, we're all connected. And that is all for the Reactor PLC Configurator. Next, I'll be making a video about the RTU configurator. And shortly after that, the supervisor configurator is going to come out. As a general rule of thumb, if you ever try to use a config.lua file and it's just completely not there, I suggest using the configure command first. If you try to use the configure command on a system that does not have support for that yet, it's going to give you a message that says that it's not supported. So, thank you for watching.